you trying to interpret what this person said who wrote it. Like, they really trying to dig in deep on what Paul is saying and this and that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When you'll never know what he really meant. You'll never know the depth of what you're trying to know when you're trying to interpret so much of what this person was saying.
Mm-hmm.
So it just hit me that I need to approach scripture merely by trying to figure out how I can apply it to me. You know what I'm saying? My application, how do I apply this story or what I just read to me to make me better or make me closer to God or to lean more toward him, you know what I'm saying? Or to find that in me. That's what, I've just been reading, and sometimes, man, it just takes too much out of growing spiritually when you're really trying to line up religiously. You know what I'm saying? Like when you try to line up with religious rhetoric and all that, you really miss the deeper meaning of trying to or growing spiritually.
That was in our last meeting. I was talking about how, like, I don't want my book to be like a step-by-step or, what I'm saying, like a how-to book or anything like that. I want it to be more of a book about me, and about how, how people can learn from my experience versus me telling them step by step. And like I was telling them, I was like, I don't read books. I said, but when I do read books, it just feels to me like I'm reading other people's thoughts that I'm like, I don't want to read your, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's kind of like
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm like, Pierre, I don't care. I should go.
No, it's kind of like, if I don't, like, I want to read your life versus reading your thought. Does that make you know what I'm saying? Like,
because a thought, a pair of lips can say any dang thing.
Yeah.
Actions speak louder than words. So I want to know, like, what you did.
Yeah.
And how you messed up and came back, or anything other than you telling me how how the effect of you doing it, because you might be lying.
Exactly.
I just know.
Yeah, I want.
And then you can show. That's what I'm saying about something that just clicked on me with thinking about empower in an hour. You gave me good. Empower with Pierre Rockmore, because that's what I want to do. I want to empower, and in order to empower, you got to get straight to the meat. You know what I'm saying? You got, and that's why I don't want to say empowerment, because it's too much of a process in empowerment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want to empower, just bam. Yeah. Man, I that just had me thinking so heavy, like how you really can help people and help yourself is get to the main. What you trying to say, man? Stop going all around the bush.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I know. I read books and it's be like, okay, so yeah, I understand that point. But you just said it like 10 times already.
Yes,
let's get to the point of what this book really means. What this book is really about.
Even and
or this message is about.
I'm just saying, like, people go to church after church. I'm talking about service after service for years, hearing the same. You won't even believe this, baby.
What?
First of all, let me ask, how was the sermon at Antioch?
I didn't finish the whole thing.
Guess what? Reverend Darnell preached.
What?
The same exact text.
Oh, really?
And when he started reading it, I was like, oh, God. I wasn't surprised how it worked, but I was like, wow. And then, let me tell you how, not the enemy, but let me tell you how realities come in, how my head think. When I was reading, I was saying, man, there's something to this. And then myself tapped there and said, man, it's Easter. This is an Easter. It's an Easter message, man. No, this is a Lent. What's this before Easter? The Sunday before Easter?
Good Friday. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Palm Sunday?
Yeah, it's a Palm Sunday message, man. It's probably like 2,000 pastors preaching the same right now at the same time. But anyway, all that preaching, man, very few people changing and doing it. That's what I think the pandemic did. It reset us. Some people should have been everybody, but it reset you from going so long of doing something that ain't making no sense. It should have rejuvenated, not even rejuvenated or reset you, renewed you to a new way of doing the same thing. Or not the same thing, but the most important thing. Because that's what all matters anyway. Right is, you know what I'm saying? Spirituality is what matters. It's never left.
Yeah.
God has always, that's what God is in you. The righteousness, the power.
Yeah.
It never leaves. What happens is you digress and you leave it. And you go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? You go into something else. Like, I wanted to should we never even had damn religion? Is religion a form or a tool of the devil? I mean, I'm just asking. I wonder because if you think about it, religion does not really help if you spiritual. Religion is like a color of the law. Religion is like a shadow of what you need to be doing. Like religion is the long way. You know what I'm saying? Religion is like controlling. You know what I'm saying? And it's not controlling. It's not leading. It's like too foggy to me. Seeing like now.
Oh yeah, it's really foggy to me.
Like, I want to into something with all this.
Yeah,
it's foggy.
Yeah. I mean, I totally agree that, I agree that the religion that I started with got me into my spirituality.
That's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, but I've always been spiritual before I knew anything about religion.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So, but when you were spiritual, before you knew anything without religion, you didn't know anything about being spiritual. You was just there.
Yeah.
It's natural. You was righteous.
Yeah.
I mean, naturally, spirit is natural. So sometimes you get your spirit quenched, or you get your spirit dampered, or you get your spirit vexed, or anything that happens to your spirit, you need something else to get you back to it. See, religion broke spirituality. It's like, because when you're a fresh baby, you're freshly spiritual. Like Chase right now. That's like, he is freshly spiritual. Like, his whole spirit is on his shoulder. They cry, they scream, they want to. Their whole spirit is, and then we program them into being religious. we just start programming them and taking away from spirit. Like, one, if you just leave, if you just, I want to have this study been done where they just have a newborn baby and put it in the room and just let it grow up, put it on its own. Like, feed them and stuff, but don't talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Don't say nothing.
How are they gonna learn how to talk?
They ain't. I'm gonna see what come out spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Because they might be like, woo, like cavemen. Just, but hey, that's how it's supposed to be. They ain't indoctrinated with no English and no. Just see what happens. But I bet that person will be so special that will prove that religion and everything else don't matter. Because one, if you grow up and you deaf and you blind, does that mean you go to hell or something? Does that mean you because you didn't hear religion and everything that you what that mean? You still got creation.
Yeah.
That's almost saying like what you saying. Like, you didn't have to read the book.
Yeah.
What book? What's the book? You didn't have to, because I am. That's where it comes in. I am that I am. Yeah. Tell him he sent me. Yeah. Because I'm telling you, man, that's like I'm feeling. I'm just got touched on that empower. That because I'm seeing what you're doing and all that, and I'm like, yeah. And I'm also feeling as if this is my feeling, as if God has been so good to us, and we're not. How can I say this? I'm gonna say this. Just listen. Cause I want you to see how man and divine clash inside of me. You know what I'm saying? Like preacher and me, how they clash. Spiritual and religion. I was thinking like, God been so good to us, and we ain't even been to church. We ain't even focused on ministry. But that is not the case, because we do it every day. We do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, we can go to church and be like, y'all want to go eat. Because we do what you're supposed to. How can I? Because we do spiritual things. We walk righteous. You know what I'm saying? We are grateful. We are thankful. We help. We do everything the church tell you supposed to do. So going to church I feel like maybe the fellowship is needed because you are needed in the church. Sometimes the church ain't needed for you. You there for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? You there to help. So because it's a mighty strange person to just go sit at the hospital and they ain't sick. It's mighty strange. So it's.
I guess my thing would in regards to that is that.
Can I say this for you?
Oh yeah.
Only person that go to the hospital that ain't sick is the doctors.
True.
And the nurses and people who work
there
at the hospital. So, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that I just feel like we need to build our own hospital.
Yes.
To teach how we believe and how we
yes.
walk and how, how our spirits are being led. Because when you go into someone else's establishment, you have to abide by their spirit, by their traditions. You know what I mean? And I think that holds you back from your destiny and your and what God created you to do. And I believe He created us to show people to be empowered by their spirit and to be led by their spirit, and and teach people how to do that. Teach people how to not only hear about the power, but also be about the power, also walk in the power, also allow the power to to lead your life. And what is the power, and so I just I think we just need to
we have to teach people to grab the wheel. Period. Man, dang, I don't know no other way to put it. People, we have to teach people how to grab the wheel, because we like have a spiritual bus, mega bus. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's built and designed for people to get on and ride with us as we grab the wheel. Mm-hmm. Some people have a regular bus. Some people have a SUV, Jeep, Vet. I'm talking about as far as the wheel that they grab and the spiritual vehicle that they're going in.
Are you also talking about the capacity?
Yes. Like, some people supposed to lead some people, some people supposed to be by their dang self. Moped. Some people supposed to walk. Some people, they ain't had no wheel to grab. I mean, but literally, real talk. We, as grabbing the wheel, and what grab the wheel is grab hold to wise,
everyday,
abundant
living.
Do that. And it's getting so easy to dispel religion. Like, who cares about what you talking about? Because you probably 9 times out of 10 don't understand it. And sometimes 8 out of 10 don't believe it. I mean, you don't believe it. You believe it. But you don't know it.
Yeah.
It ain't no... So when you... Let me get off in this camera.
I think people are just going with the flow.
This is a real conversation we have. Look,
I think people are just going with the flow.
I'm glad you start. I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm glad you recording this, because
this is our segment.
But check this out. Go ahead. What you were saying?
I said I believe that a lot of people, some people and pastors or preachers, and what I've seen just from my experience, nobody else experience, but majority of preachers that I believe that speak the word, they preach the word, but they're not living the word. They're not live because of the fact that I believe it's deeper than what you're preaching. It's deeper than what you're reading and what you're trying to translate.
Yeah, okay, let me say this. And that is, see, when you talk, anytime something come out your mouth, I'm not saying it's beneath me, but what I'm saying is God automatically gives me the whatever you say, God intunes me with it, and when I rebuttal about it, it's like straight from God. Because what you say resonates inside of me, and then what I say in response to it is definitely coming not from a negative point of view. It just comes from straight up, man. My wife said this. Yeah, I hear the words. I hear your words different than anybody else whoever that could talk to me. So when you said what you say and what you said, and when you say what you say, I automatically get a bloom. And what he telling me about what you saying right now, how you feeling, is what my spirit is connecting to is the fact. The bottom line is this: what people are saying, and I'm not even saying preachers, I'm just saying period. What you're saying, Reverend, pastor, rabbi, whoever you are, is religious. And religion is me going off of whoever said. I don't care who it is. If I'm going off what you're saying, I have to believe it. And a belief is not factual to me at this age of my life. If I believe something, that means you said, okay, yeah, I believe it. That don't mean believe, don't mean you know. It means you totally accepted whatever it was.
Yeah.
But you don't. Me, I'm not the type of person that can totally accept something unless I know it to be. So therefore, when it comes to me connecting to God, I don't have to hear a third, fourth, fifth, sixth party. Because think about it like this. When a preacher is preaching about what Paul said, he is coming with his interpretation of what Paul's interpretation was. Mm-hmm. So therefore, a preacher is almost like the third party interpreter for you. So as I'm growing in my spirit, y'all, and I want y'all to understand, man, that I'm not against religion, none of that. I just feel like I'm past religion. Mm-hmm. I mean, and what I'm meaning is this: God will speak to you if you listen for Him, and you will be able to talk to somebody just like Paul did, because you have tapped into what Paul tapped into, supposedly. And that is, greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. See, all this stuff that Paul, Peter, James, John, Luke, Matthew, Job, Ezekiel, Daniel, James, Titus, Timothy,
David?
Yeah, David is. David really is raw. David is raw. Mm-hmm. But all the stuff that we hear from these guys in the book called the Bible can happen and can be said by you too. Because God will speak to you the exact way He spoke to them. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get to the point to where I understand. I'm telling you, I'm not against religion, but it should take you somewhere.
Definitely.
Who rides on the same bus and never get to their stop? Man, how long you gotta be on the bus?
Ring the bell.
Yeah, because the bus goes one direction. Mm-hmm. It goes to a destination. The bus don't just keep driving. Mm-hmm. So religion should have taken you by now to where you going, your stop.
Yeah, your spiritual stop.
Yeah, get off at your stop, man, and walk into your destination, your destiny. If you don't have a stop, if you don't know a stop, that may be a reason for you to keep being on the bus. But eventually, the driver to say, "Hey, do you know where you going? Do you need me to? You gotta get off."
Yeah.
Why nobody ain't putting nobody off the religion bus? Because you know why? I'll tell you why. Because they benefit off of it.
Yeah.
They can't, man. If you come to some type of, you start talking about some things, man, there will be no more need for you to get up. Only reason you'll get up and go is because you will be not forsaking the fellowship of one another. So you'll be going to get around like-minded people that that you get strength from and you give strength to. That's the only reason of fellowship. Other than that, your real church should be your home. The real sanctuary should be your house.
That's number one.
Yeah.
That's where it starts.
That's the real church. Because if you can operate in that church, you can go to another church and be effective. Other than that, how can you be 60 and 70? How can you be, let me back up. How can you be 30 and 40 and 50 and 60 and 70 and you ain't got to your stop yet? How can you be an old baby in Christ? How can you be old with an old throat and an old digestive system spiritually, and you still
drinking milk?
Can't eat meat? Your body needs some meat. What is this milk doing but keeping you alive? Your face sunk in. You need some protein. You just drinking milk. You living, but you weak.
You need some calories.
Yeah, you need some fat. You need some everything. You got too much calcium. Good bones. But man, I really, really hope that that you all see that we have a sincere heart to literally lead God's people into a deeper relationship within. Because that's where you're going to find them.
Yeah.
In spirit and in truth. Not in religion and lie. Because I believe that the root word of believe is lie. That's just maybe my English, my way, but I really think that the root word of Christian is Christ, and the root word of truth is true.
What is the root word of religion?
Rely. I believe that. I think when you're saying religion, that it's saying that you're relying on something. And I believe that when you say, I believe you, I believe it, I believe that the root word of that may be lie. Be lived. Be lie. Believe. I'm just letting y'all in, man. I'm telling you, I really believe that the only way to worship is in spirit and in truth. Where do you find, you can't touch your spirit, but you can feel it. Huh? You can't see it, but you can recognize it. Spirit is real. Spirit is what matters. spirit is God. They that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. How long will we be religious and rely on something outside of us?
Mm-hmm.
We can't. Wait, where are you looking? If you're looking outside of you, you didn't look too far. That's how you make everything real, right?
Yeah.
You make everything real by knowing it, by being, like you said, being it.
Mm-hmm.
Not about talking about it.
You gotta
Being
be
about it.
Yeah.
If man, come on. Stop going through the motions. Especially if you know for a fact that it's not even helping you. Bro, stop saying stuff that you don't even believe.
Mm-hmm.
Stop doing it. Don't do it. Don't just say what you believe. Don't be just coming up here just BSing, man. I don't want to hear no BS. I'm zero tolerance for all that. You're not hit. If a person that's full of BS or things that's BSing me, I don't have time for it because I don't have time for it. Period. Like,
I have enough stuff
boy,
to deal with.
I don't have time for it. I don't want to jaw jack and lip smack with you. I don't want to none of that. I don't care. And I don't care how you feel about it because not one time are you paying anything. You're not even paying attention to me. You know what I'm saying? You're not paying no bills. You don't care about what's going on with me because you don't have to, because that's not your responsibility. So do you think I got time to be sitting up doing something that don't matter? And I'm 43? No. So what I'm saying is, I hope that you all can just see this is an in-depth, you know what I'm saying, in-depth conversation with the inside of the inner workings of the Rockmore family. And when I say Rockmore family, I mean me and my wife. One. But hey, y'all, this has been Empower in an Hour.
Don't say that. It's not that.
It's what I said.
It's
here.
not that.
What?
It's not that.
This have been an hour.
Okay, fine. You ain't gotta let people know that.
Why?
Because it can be broken up.
We ain't breaking it up.
What? Where's... okay, let's exit over here.
Yeah, this gonna be the whole long in the bed talk.
All right, bye.
Half a face.
Wise.
Every day.
Abundant.
Living.
Peace.